Hey everyone, thanks for watching. So today I am bringing you a talk through drugstore get ready with me. This is kind of your warning right now, your heads up. This will be a long video. I haven't done a talk through in a long time and I kind of wanted to just sit down and chat with you guys, and yeah, so it will be a long one. My best friend texted me a couple of days ago and said that a new brand was at Superstore and that brand is Essence. I'm not sure where else this is available. I haven't really heard too much about it, but there's a huge display at Superstore and she'd already tried a couple of things and was kind of reviewing them for me, so I went and checked it out. So I came up with this look while trying some of those new products, and it's very springy pink. You can kind of see the pink theme going on. Yeah, very spring, fresh, pinky, girly. I don't know what else you'd want to call it. Hopefully you guys enjoy this. Like I said, it will be a long one, so settle in, grab some coffee or water, blankets, whatever. Hopefully you guys enjoy it, and I will see you very soon. So the first thing I'm going to do is put on the Maybelline Green Primer. My face gets really red. I just got out of the shower and I get extra red after I exfoliate. Hey, it's like a tomato. Look at that. Wow. It's so crazy how red I got. I should be pushing this in and not like rubbing it. That would probably be a good thing. I'm going to put on the e.l.f. Eye Refresh Roller. This feels so nice. Refreshing. And then I'm going to go in with this NYX concealer palette and use the green one here and just kind of pre-conceal a couple of boo-boos I have. So, fun story, I broke out like pretty bad after filming my How to Be a Hot Mom video, my like Mother's Day parody, and it's probably because I legit sprayed brush cleaner in my face instead of the setting spray. Like, that was planned, it was part of the video, but I actually did spray the brush cleaner in my face, and yeah, I broke out after, so I definitely don't recommend doing that. That's all freckles. Why are they red on camera? It's so weird. Going to prime my eyes with the Maybelline Fit Me stick, and once this is out, I am not going to repurchase it, but this makes a really good base for now. So I used to blend this out with my finger, just like with my fingertip, and it took forever. And then I pulled out my Morphe G6 and it's so much faster. I don't know why, like, done. I don't know why I used my finger every time, because it just took so much longer. And I hardly ever filmed it because it took so long. But now it just like breezes. It's nothing. So I do recommend priming your eyes. I have very crazy veins, like purple. My grandma used to call them baby veins. I don't know if that's an actual term, but I have insane veins, and they will come through veins, come through. They will come through all of my makeup, like all my eye makeup, so I have to conceal. That is a foundation. Where's my powder? But I've also used concealers. Whatever works for you is, is good. Then I'm gonna go in with this e.l.f. powder. I had this in my Sephora haul. I love this stuff, you guys. Yes, I put a drugstore item in my Sephora haul because it is that good. The only thing I don't like, and it's just a pet peeve, is that it's really messy. Like really messy, but I think it is more finely milled than some of the other powders out there, which isn't the worst thing, because it's inexpensive and it does work really well. So you don't have to use foundation or concealer, but whatever eye base you do use, I recommend setting it with a powder, like a translucent powder, or an eyeshadow similar to your skin tone. It'll just help things blend a lot easier and your shadow won't get stuck to that base. All right, for eyes, I'm going to use this Wet n Wild palette poster. I think it's called Poster Child. And I've had this for a long time. Like a long time. Probably close to a year. And it's just sat, I can't open it. Ow! Ow. Okay, I opened it. There we go. I've had this for a really long time and I've never actually used it. I've just kind of swatched it and played around with the colors, but we're gonna use it today. And I just like destroyed my thumbnail. So I'm going to be focusing on these 3 pinky coral shades over here. I'm gonna go for a really pink spring summer kind of look. You're gonna see a pink theme throughout this video. I do like to use transition shades. It's a personal preference, I don't know. So I'm gonna use this NYC palette with Demi Lovato, like her collab. Use this shade right here. It's kind of like a tan caramely shade. And this is my Morphe M505 with my little dress Shopkin on top of it. Yes, I love this blending brush. It's like my go-to blending brush. And I'm going to start in the crease and just go kind of all over this area right here. And I find it just helps. And then I'm going to bring it down on the lid a little bit. But I find this just helps everything blend really nicely. It's like a little bit of a base. You can't see it. You can't really see the color, but I find it makes a big difference later when you are blending and, you know, going with this really light pink here that says brow bone on it. And I'm going to pop that in the crease. We'll see how bright and pigmented that is. Starting at the outer portion there and just kind of dragging that in. Yeah, it's really light. I still don't think I'd put it on my brow bone. I mean, not now. I wouldn't. I would have in like high school. I placed my first order with Sigma today. It hurt a little bit, like it hurt the bank a little bit, but I've been wanting to place a Sigma order for so long. And man, they got me with like the free international shipping. It's like, oh, if you spend $30 more, you can get free international shipping. Oh, if you spend da 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 da, you can get a free gift. I'm like, okay. So many people using Sigma, like every beauty guru, open drawer, is always using Sigma brushes, and I'm like, I want a Sigma brush, right? And I'm really going for, hold on, let me find my brush. Mel. Okay, I got it. I'm really going after the I think it was the E25, that blending brush that everybody seems to use. And I actually ordered 2. I think I have 2 E25 brushes coming, because really you can never have too many blending brushes. Like, they're important. They're important to have. So I'm excited for that. And I also ordered a matte before I finish my story. Whoa, look, it's like all gone. So I'm going to put the NYX Jumbo crayon, it's so little, Jumbo crayon in Milk as my base, and then I will continue my story. Yeah, I'm so bad for cleaning my brushes. You guys, please don't be like me. Clean your brushes regularly, like once a week. And I mean a good deep cleaning, like not just a color switch like I do. Like, do a really good deep clean. Ugh, there's so many things like bacteria that get stuck in your brushes, and the stuff in your brush, like the foundation or concealer or whatever, can really dry out the bristles. So not only are you potentially damaging your skin, but you're also damaging your brush. So, and I'm the worst. Like, I have this cup that I have this cup right here that I made, by the way. These brushes are usually organized like face brushes and eye brushes, but they're all in one because I need to wash them, and oh, I'm just so bad for it. I'm the worst. Because I ordered this matte, this like brush cleaning matte, Oh, this is a Claire's brush, by the way, that I'm blending out that base with. Yeah, I'm hoping that I will be better about cleaning my brushes. Here's hoping. But it's really cool. It just like sits in your sink and it has all these different little rivets to them. And basically you put your soap or your cleanser or whatever on the brush and then you just rub it on the mat. We've all seen the gloves, right? It's the exact same thing as the glove, but it's a mat. And I was originally going to get the glove and then I saw the mat. I'm like, okay. So I'm like justifying the price, like everything that I paid for this order. I'm kind of justifying it. I'm like, oh, but I will clean my brushes more and faster and be more efficient. Also, it'll be my birthday in a couple of weeks, so I'm like, happy early birthday to me. Do you guys ever do that? Do you try to like justify your purchases? I have to go on a no-buy. I really do. Like, we're getting married next year and we have 2 ceremonies that we're doing, so oh, this brush is so sharp right now. I really shouldn't be buying anything. So yeah, we are doing our civil ceremony here, and then that's in February, and then in November we're going to Mexico. So we technically have 2 ceremonies, and like the civil won't be like a huge party or anything, but there are people flying in and celebrating, so I need to be better. Okay, so for the lid, the inner corner, I'm going to use this one here that just says eyelid, this really soft, almost peachy pink. And then on the outer portion, I'm going to use the darker and do kind of that half and half, almost ombre type. And this is just a Morphe shadow brush. That's a really pretty shade. I love using these NYX pencils as a base. Clearly I need to get a new white one, but they make such good bases. Like, I'd be here forever building up this color if it wasn't for that NYX base. I'm just kind of putting the brush in my crease and going around, this is gross, but around my eyeball, like that. And that's how I get that blend up there. And then in the middle, I just kind of rub the 2 shades back and forth. Just like I did with my collab with Amy, my mermaid look, or it was really our mermaid look. That was so much fun to do, you guys. Oh my gosh. Collab was so much fun to do. That look was so much fun to do. Like, oh, I was so excited when we kind of figured out what we were going to do and like when it was going up and everything. I jumped on it so fast, like it was crazy. I started pulling out different colors and like practicing and really getting it down, like what kind of look I wanted to do. And then I filmed it on Sunday, and then it went up that Friday, like that following Friday. So I had worked on that all week. Like, I was editing throughout the week and kind of perfecting it and doing the voiceover, and I was actually kind of stressed. Like, Thursday night, I was a little stressed out about the video just because it was my first collab, and I wanted it to be perfect and like go perfectly, of course. And it turned out really good. Like, Amy's look was, it was so good. And I was like, oh. I mean that in a good way. We exchanged pictures of our final look right before like uploading so that we could put a picture of each other like in our videos. And she sent me her picture and I'm like, damn, like she did scales, and that was cool. Amy, that was really cool. and she did like her eyebrows, and like she went all out, all out, and I was like, dang. Hopefully mine's good enough. So I started calling mine like an everyday mermaid look, and Amy's was like, yeah, no, it was really, really good. So yay for first collab, and yay that it went well and it was smooth, and you know, you guys seem to like it, which is good. If anybody is interested and they want to collab, I might try not to poke myself, then let me know. And I'm definitely open to, you know, to doing that, like to collabing, and it doesn't have to be a makeup look. It doesn't have to be a makeup look. It can be whatever. It can be a tag. I'm just gonna go back in with that crease color and just blend this a little bit more. My right eye, probably left to you guys, but my right eye does not take color the same way my left eye does. Like, it's kind of patchy on this side, whereas this one is like nice and pigmented. It's always done that. It's just so weird. And I'm just gonna take a baby wipe. I always use baby wipes, and clean up any fallout, because there was definitely some fallout. This is the Physicians Formula Eye Booster in Ultra Black. And I think we're just gonna do some basic liner. Anybody else hold their breath when they're doing eyeliner? Okay, going to curl my lashes. This is the Tarte, one of the Tarte curlers. Essence mascara. It's called Lash Princess False Lash Effect. Let's try it. Shall we? We shall. So far, that's really pretty. So I always put the wand at the base, and I wiggle it, and then I kind of like blink through. It's definitely not like a false lash. I mean, I would prefer to have falsies on, but it is pretty. Okay, I forgot to put on my eye primer. I usually curl my lashes, put this on, and then go in with mascara. So this is the e.l.f. Hydrating Under Eye Primer. I love this stuff so much. So I put a little dot on my ring finger, because this stuff goes a long way, like a little bit of it. And then I massage it under my eyes. Yeah, it's not bad. It's pretty. And I, of course, got myself. Not too bad though. Alright. Yeah, like it's soaked in. So I'm going to go in with foundation. And I'm using the CoverGirl Outlast Stay Fabulous 3-in-1. I really like this stuff. I've been using it all month. Spoiler alert, it'll be in my monthly favorite. I've had this stuff for a while. I think this is my second bottle, but actually I took this to Mexico. Wow, I did. It has SPF 20 in it. It's good. So I'm going to put that right on top of my Morphe M439 big foundation brush. I'm just going to plop it on top. I usually mix my foundations, but I'm not going to bother today. And this takes me forever, so I will probably cut the majority of this out, or I'll speed it up. But I start by just pressing it, stippling it in there, and then I go back and blend it out. I'm kind of sad that CoverGirl isn't a cruelty-free company, because this is a foundation that I would repurchase. Like, there are quite a few CoverGirl foundations right now that I really like, but I don't want to continue to support companies that test on animals. So that really sucks. Same with Maybelline. There's a lot of Maybelline stuff that I really enjoy, but same issue. They're not cruelty free yet, so kind of use up everything that I have now, and then I won't be repurchasing, so lame. I think everybody should be cruelty free. Like, I don't want to get on like a big vegan tangent or anything, but I really truly do think that every company should be cruelty free. You know what I'm saying? With the amount of technology and just stuff we have nowadays, like, why do we need to test on animals? Like, why is that even necessary? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just frustrating. And now I make such a bigger effort to find cruelty-free brands. Like, when a new brand comes out, or if I see something new, right away I'm on Google. I'm like, are these guys cruelty-free? Do they test on animals? Like, you know, I'm not as concerned about my products being vegan. If I can get them to be vegan, that's even better. That's like a bonus. Like the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea, their whole Rainforest of the Sea collection, or I shouldn't say whole because I don't know for sure, but the majority of it is vegan. So, I mean, that's great. Like, the more plant-based items we can use and the less chemically stuff we can use, then the better. But, you know, Physicians Formula, for example, they're not vegan, but they are cruelty-free. So, I don't know. It frustrates me. And, like, to research it and realize how many companies are still just not there. Like, we're 2016. Like, come on. Uh-oh, I think baby's waking up. Okay, for concealer, going in with the CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous under my eyes. So this is definitely one of those products that I'm not going to repurchase because they are not cruelty free. I know I've been talking about this for a long time, but it really sucks because this has been my go-to under eye concealer for so long now. Like, it's the perfect shade, and I've had a really hard time finding concealers that are light enough and they're like that true ivory or true porcelain, and they don't have any of that peachiness, and I'm having a really, really hard time. Actually, I think we're gonna do some highlighting with it too. I'm almost out of this, so I did order a Tarte concealer today. I did a little bit of shopping today, so hopefully that'll be light enough and it can replace this one. I usually use my sponge dry. I don't always wet it unless I'm doing cream contour, but I did clean it and wet it today, so this is the Real Technique sponge. Blend out that concealer, and we'll see how this forehead is doing. You get boo-boos and they just don't want to go away or hide, or so my girls are off right now. They're not completely done school. We're not done until June here. We go June, and then they get July, August off, and then they go back in September. But it seems like after the Christmas break, they have all of these PD days and even holidays, like, to kind of make up. It's insane. So it's like the last few months before summer break, they have like 4 PD days in a month. It's, I don't know, it's crazy. So today is Thursday. You guys are watching this Friday. And yeah, they're off Thursday, Friday, and then the weekend. And Monday is a holiday. It is Victoria Day here in Canada, God Save the Queen, and we have that off. So with the weekend, my girls are off for 5 days in May. Like, there's really nothing to do. I mean, the weather's been up and down. We're finally starting to get some rain, which is good. Alberta really needs rain right now, so the more rain the better. But nothing's really open. Like, none of the summery stuff is completely open yet, so it's like, go outside and play. Oh wait, it rained. Okay, you know, it's not quite summer vacation, so it's hard to keep them Busy NYX Above and Beyond concealer on these guys. This is a full coverage concealer in Porcelain. This one works really well. I used to use this to prime my eyes, and then I found that it was actually drying out my eyelids, but it was really good to cover up those crazy veins that I do have. Alright, I think that's as good as those guys are getting. Set everything, I'm going to use that same e.l.f. powder. So normally I would use the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder for under the eyes, and then the translucent one for all over. And I find this one works great for both. So I'm using a Morphe like tapered brush for under the eye. Then using a bigger Morphe brush. Whoa, it just like, it explodes. I'm going to set the center of my face. I have been getting pretty oily in my T-zone, so I always try to powder there. Do some contour, and I'm going to use this Maybelline Master Studio, this contour here. It's definitely not my favorite. I'm going to take this Sonia Kashuk chiseled brush, the same one I used in my DIY rainbow highlighting video. That was cool. That was fun to make. Take this powder more on the side of it, side of the brush. And just kind of chisel out the cheekbone. Like terracotta. I wish it was a little more ashy, I guess. Like a little more of a cool tone, gray ashy. But it's not terrible. And this little e.l.f. brush, I like to use this for my nose. And try to make this nose look a little bit smaller. Speaking of nose, okay. I am going to put a pole up here. So if you go to the eye, okay, I'm here, so probably over here. If you go to the eye up there, where I suggest videos that you guys might like, there will be a poll or like a survey in there. If you guys could please answer the poll, that would be really, really awesome. And basically all it's going to ask is if you guys would be interested in seeing a storytime video. I have some ideas for some storytime videos under my lip. But I don't really want to do them if you guys aren't interested in seeing them and watching them. So I know storytime videos are really popular right now, like everybody's doing storytime videos, and I don't want to do one if nobody is going to watch it or like really care about it, you know what I mean? There's a good chance I'll still do it anyway, but I'm just curious if that would be something that you guys would be interested in and you would watch. Yeah, so let me know. I do like to try to add some variety to my channel. That's why I do unbaggings and, you know, done a couple of tag videos, because as much as I love makeup and as obsessed as I am with makeup, that really isn't the only thing in life. That actually kind of pains me to say that, but it's true. There is more to life than just makeup, and there is more to my channel than just makeup, 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 makeup all the time. And part of it is that I do have some younger audience members out there, some younger viewers. Some of my daughter's friends watch. Hi guys, hi, I love you. And I want them to remember that it's not just about makeup. There are other things in life. So yeah, I'm really, really curious to know if you guys would be interested in seeing that. And the reason why the nose contour thing reminded me of that is because the first storytime video I would do would be when I broke my nose. It's a graphic story, but it's a good one. Ah! dropping everything. Going in with the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. Going to inhale it on another Morphe brush. Going to just bronze up a little bit. Yeah, I was actually retelling that story a couple days ago to my fiance, of all people. He knew that I broke my nose, but he didn't know how. Like, I never actually told him how I broke my nose. So I was retelling this story and I was laughing. I was laughing my butt off. And he looked horrified. He was like, "Why are you laughing?" But even thinking about it now, I think it's a funny story. I mean, it happened when I was like 3, 2.5, 3. And there's a lot that I actually remember about it. And then there's things that I've been told, like, from my dad. It's kind of a crazy story, but I don't know. I think it's an interesting one. So if you guys would be interested in hearing about that, let me know. This Essence Blush Up blush. I love that it's like an ombre. It actually shows up really well on camera. I'm surprised. So you got the lighter, and then it gets darker. But this is really dark. Like, that's like an eyeshadow. Oh, okay, now it doesn't. Oh no, it's like intense in person. It's not too bad on camera. Shade Pinky Flow, and then there was another one that was kind of like orangey and it was really pretty. And I love how big the pan is. Like, I don't know. These are good. So this is a Morphe chisel. Actually, no, I think I'm gonna switch brushes. This one is a chiseled brush, if you can tell. You can kind of see how it goes up. I always use this brush because I like to place it on my cheekbone and go up. But with this one being so dark and intense, I think I'm going to use a different, like, smaller blush brush today, just in case. Just in case. Okay, so this is another Morphe brush, just smaller and more like round and shedding. More on the lighter portion here. Wow, there's some follow-up. And we'll see how this goes. Okay, that's not too bad. Not as bad as I thought. So I'm going to swirl it in all the colors. More intense. Holy. Okay, so I'm going to swirl it again and go on this side. Oh, okay. So it works really well if you only do it once and you don't build it up like I did. Yeah, that's really pretty actually. I like that. Alright, let's blend the sucker out. So if you ever do this like I did, it's a big difference. Take your foundation brush or sponge or whatever you used and just dab on top of it. And it will help to take down that color so it's not so clowny and crazy. A bronzer brush that I used, and just, I have a brush here somewhere, just kind of go over it to help it blend. Using a stippling brush would be good for this too, but I don't know where mine is, so that's better. It just helps to blend it and kind of tone it down a little bit. Okay, for highlight, I'm gonna go back into that, what was it called? Master Contour. I do really like this blush in here. Oh, that's a nice blush. And I'm just gonna use the highlighter here on my absolute favorite Morphe M501. I love this brush, you guys. And placing that right on top of the cheekbone, and then I bring it around like a heart. But I'm curious to know what you guys like to use for highlighting. Like, what is your favorite brush for highlighting? Because I will never, I don't think I will ever stop using this one. I love it that much. But man, I see so many people using fan brushes and just killing their highlight. I'm like, I can't do that. And I'm going to take some down my nose. I personally like to just highlight the bridge like that. I don't do the tip. Focus, camera, focus. Okay, we're a little bit blurry right now, but we're gonna continue. Take some of my finger and do the cupid's bow, and whatever's left of my brush on my chin. Ta-da! Highlighting is done, and it's getting really, really hot in here. Now I'm going to highlight my brow, and all the writing has come off, but this is a NYX single shadow in whipped cream. It's just a matte white, and I have this tiny little baby travel Sephora brush with a little hairbrush shotgun. That right on the top. I really like to use matte highlights for the brow. I will occasionally use a shimmery shade, but I love using the matte one, because if you bring your shadows up too high or you over blend, like blend them up, this will really help to bring them back down while also giving a really nice kind of subtle highlight. That's why I sweep it throughout my whole brow and I don't just focus it up here. Like, I will blend it down and around. I find it just helps to kind of clean up everything. Take my blending brush, clean it off on my paper towel, and I'm just gonna go over everything one more time. This outer corner probably could use a little more shadow, a little more pigment, but it will. Okay, so now for the two items that are not technically drugstore, but they are very affordable. These are both from ColourPop. My eyebrow pencil in Arched Auburn and my white liner in Exit. Okay, so we're gonna go in with that same Essence mascara on the bottom. All right, I'm just gonna fill in my brows and then we will get to lips. So I'm going to set everything with the the actual setting spray this time, not the brush cleaner. The Wet n Wild All Day Wear Photo Focus setting spray. I'm almost out. NYX Liquid Suede in Tea and Cookies. Okay guys, that is everything. I know it was a long one. Hopefully you stuck through until the end and hopefully you like the look that I created. I'm really happy with the eyes. Like I said, they are a little patchy. Like, I probably could have built it up a little bit more, but I like how it turned out. It's soft, it's pink, it's fresh, it's kind of springy. I knew the blush was going to be intense, so I really do like how it turned out. The mascara is okay. Again, pretty good for an everyday type mascara, but not something that I'd be like, false lashes or this mascara. I would probably choose falsies. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.